Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Chris, and I welcome you again back to our virtual Prayers on the Playground formation here on the internet. I hope you're doing well. How's everything going? Nice. All right, so I know that for the last couple of our Prayers on the Playground stories, we've been talking about Jesus and how he goes out and he heals people, right? He goes out and he talks to others, he preaches, he heals the sick and the needy. I think there's another story that we read where he took care of Peter's wife. She was sick and Jesus healed her. And our last story last Sunday, talked about the Beatitudes, right? How Jesus said we are blessed if we are needy, and we are blessed when we can help others who are needy. So now, today, we're going to take it a next step forward with the Beatitudes in the story of love your enemies on page 242 in the Spark Book Bible. So the last story, again, Jesus tells us how to bless others is us doing kind things, doing loving things towards others, right? But now Jesus goes a step further about the Beatitudes. So let's continue on our story and read a little bit more. Love your enemies. Jesus taught people everywhere about God. Jesus' teachings were different from what people had heard before. This made people curious about what Jesus has to say. Now, one day Jesus was talking about how to treat your enemies. And Jesus said, if someone hurts you, don't hurt them back. Wow, that's different. Then Jesus said, if someone asks you for help, say sure. People haven't always thought like that before. And remember to share what you have with other people, said Jesus. Jesus had the people thinking. Then Jesus said a very important thing. He said, everyone says, love your friends and hate your enemies, right? But I say, love your enemies and pray for people who are mean to you. This is what really makes God happy. And the things Jesus said changed the way people thought about treating others. So on our activity sheet here, it says that last week we read about Jesus telling people to be kind to others and try to do the right thing. We read about the Beatitudes. And now Jesus says we are blessed when we try to be our best for others, when we do things with love. Now today we read the story about Jesus telling us that we have to also love our enemies. How do you feel about this? Have you ever had to be nice to someone you don't like? What's it like when, if you have a sibling, what's it like when your sibling starts to annoy you and your parents say, hey, you got to be nice to them, right? You still have to be kind. Don't try to provoke them or poke them or make them even more angry, right? How does that feel like? Or a friend who's teasing you, does that feel nice? Most of the time, no, right? Most of the time, it's not fun to be picked on and to be teased and to be talked about. But at the end of the day, as we heard in our message from Jesus, he told us that on top of blessing our friends and our family members and our siblings, we too have to bless our enemies, right? When we talk about our faith and our belief in God, those are big things. But one of the things we do when we trust in something like God or Jesus is that we show it through our actions. And that's to love everybody you see, everybody on the street, everybody in your house, everybody in your neighborhood, your school. Jesus calls us to love those people around us. And that's what it means to walk in faith. You are actively loving someone, even if they did something mean to you. So that's what it means when God says, love your enemies. Enemies as in someone who made you feel sad or mad. Enemies as in people who might make you feel less than yourself, hurt. Enemies as in people who might make you feel less than yourself, hurt. Enemies as in people who might make you feel less than yourself, hurt. Enemies as in people who might make you feel less than yourself, hurt. Enemies as in people who might make you feel less than yourself, hurt. Enemies as in people who might make you feel less than yourself, hurt. Sometimes you never know what they're going through. Sometimes you never know why they're doing that to you. So God calls us to be nice and to bless them, to make them feel good. Maybe they're going through a difficult time, right? Sometimes your sibling annoys you. Why? Have you thought about that? Maybe they're bothering you because they think you got rights to the chocolate chips and they didn't, right? Little things. Maybe they think you're better than them, which is not the case, right? You guys are siblings or your friends. You guys are meant to be friends and siblings forever and ever. So love your enemies. Love those who make you feel bad once in a while. It's okay. Love them back. Bless them and be present with them. And you'll change their heart just as they do to you. And of course, it feels strange when, you have to do something nice for someone that you don't like. But again, Jesus taught us that to be kind means we have to be kind to everyone, not just our friends and our family, but to strangers and even our enemies, people we do not like. So name one way you can be nice to someone you don't like. If this is hard for you, think of ways you would want them to treat you and do exactly that. Exactly that. And for our ending, I just want to remind you of our activity sheet. So again, if you don't have any of this, please reach out to me, Chris, or Mother Nancy at your church atonement, okay? And we will be happy to give this to you. So, for our week, February 20th, we're reading, that's a maze today. I forget. My heart belongs to Jesus maze. So feel free to just start here at this little B right here. And you're going to track away all the way to the end where Jesus is, signifying that you're going to continue the Beatitudes, right? Continue to love even your enemies as you bless people. When you love someone, when you do something kind, you are blessing them. And when you are in need, you will be blessed because there's someone out there who is thinking about loving and being kind to other people. And remember, act with love and love your enemies, love your siblings, love your friends even when they annoy you, love your parents even when they get through your skin. Love everybody in the street, everybody that you see, and continue to be kind and continue to follow Jesus. And I'll see you again next Sunday. Have a great week, everyone.